Beauty Talk. I am your host, Cyrene Renee. I went through all of the formalities last week, explaining who I am and what I do, the model coaching, and the authors, see books, and the plays, and all of those things and stuff like that. I'm not going to go through all that. Got to catch episode 1. So, yes, we are here for Beyond Beauty Talk episode 2, and we have an amazing, beautiful, wonderfully talented, special beauty guest for today. She is everything and all things model, entrepreneur, beauty enthusiast. So I am going to just, let you see her beautiful face right now, because I'm just rambling and you're not here to really talk to me, are you? You're here to see her. So
and waiting and anticipating. And there you go. Yes. Yes, ma'am. How are you? Girl, you good. You're beautiful. You're perfect. You're perfect. You don't have to fix a thing.
Oh, thank you. You are too. You look really beautiful. You really do.
Thank you.
Yes, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
And thank you for having me. And I read.
Yes.
I was on your website. Girl, you got a cover.
I do my best. I really do my best. Thank you so much. I've been excited. I've been excited since I emailed you. I was like, I hope she says yes for the invitation.
I forgot where I was. I think I was. I forgot where I was, and I was like, "What? Okay."
Well, I thank you for being here with us. I do appreciate it. All things model, all things entrepreneur, all things business lady and such. So tell us a little bit about you, where you're originally from, where are you now? Has that shifted? Has there been moves? I have had many, many moves in my time. So what about you? Where are you from and where are you now?
Oh, to sum it all up, let me see. I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to fast forward a little bit because a lot has happened. I started modeling technically late, we're in the fashion world. So I think I started.
Me too.
At like 24, 25. And
I was later. You good.
Yeah, I was, because I was like, I thought, I'm not 14. I didn't know anything about modeling. And so this photographer, I remember his name was Reggie Anderson. And I don't know where he is right now, but I know back in the day he was the photographer for like a lot of hair magazines, I believe like Hype Hair. And he came up to me and was like, "Oh my God, I want to shoot you." And I'm like, "What?" And then after that, I loved it. I said, "Man, this is really nice." So, and then, life happens. So I've been in and out of modeling. Life happens and everything. And
yeah, no, trust me. I'm all about life, and it definitely happened.
Yeah.
It happened. That's all I can
So I was like, I don't get no details, but
no, you don't have to. That sums it up in a nutshell. Trust me, life happens.
So
girl,
I'm just get back into it again because it's really therapeutic. I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Yeah, because I read about you and you had 15 years experience, and I'm 15 years in a game is not a game. Because the modeling world can be brutal. The fashion industry can be harsh. Is there like your most memorable moment thus far? Like when you think about it, you're like, okay, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's long. It's not as glamorous as everybody says, but this is why I do it. Like, this is what keeps me coming back.
You know what? It's the, I don't know. It's that it just, even if you're having a bad day, it just makes you feel special because it's all about you at that moment. You know, when they say, oh, Aneesah, we just decided to book you. Are you available for a shoot on so-and-so, so-and-so? Oh, yes. And then this is going to be makeup artist. That's going to be photographer. It just makes you feel special, you know? Yes.
I'm here for it because not a lot of places do all of that.
Yeah.
There's not many professions. You show up and they're like, okay, here's your pen, here's your computer.
Yeah.
We need you to.
Yeah.
There's not too many places that you can go and strap on your heels and put on the makeup. And, you know, obviously it's way more to it than that. But it's that special moment when you're like, they chose me. They chose me to be their face of their brand. And that's always a humbling thing for me. Like, you want me to do what? Sure.
Yeah. And it's glamorous. It just takes you away from reality a little bit, you know?
That's I was watching, I love documentaries. So I watch all things documentaries, anything documentary, and I watch a lot of fashion documentaries. And I was watching the one on Andre Pally last night or 2 nights ago, and they said they're selling the dream. That's like the third time I heard someone express runway, and they were actually talking about Vogue because you know he was a writer in Vogue, and it was just like, when you open a magazine, you go to that fashion show and you see this dream just walking down, and then you realize you are the dream.
Mm-hmm.
You made that dream come true. Mm-hmm. So it's a beautiful moment, and it's a special thing because not everybody can do it.
Yeah, yeah, and you're part of someone's vision. You know, someone
exactly to literally bring, like, this is someone's dream, this is someone's life. And they want you to breathe air in and make it concrete in reality. I think that's a really beautiful way to just describe the industry and why we keep doing what we do. Because we've had some long days.
What'd you say?
We've had some long days.
Oh.
Very.
Think about the good things, because those days.
Yes, that's why I said we're going to talk about the good and memorable moments of why it keeps you there. Because people forget that there are long days, but you have to hold on to those moments where it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Not just aesthetically, but, you know, not to throw in the title of the show, but it's beyond
and
beauty.
People, you know, the people you meet, the modeling, not the models, right. And the stories. You know, when they're sitting by themselves and you know, you just look at them like, oh, they're so beautiful. And then all of a sudden they get comfortable with you and then they start telling you what they're going through.
They start to talk.
Yeah. So that's another part. So I like talking to people. And I don't know, I'm just curious about people sometimes. I'm like, I wonder where she came from. You know, what's her background? So, yeah.
What brought her here? You know, what brought her here?
Yeah.
So this is something that I ask all my guests. And all meaning to, because this is the second episode, but it'll continue. And I've already explained why she is my beauty title, which is Dorothy Dance, hands down, forever and always. She is just grace and poise. And let me just stop because I can do this whole thing on just her. Who is yours? Who inspires you? Like when you think of that moment and you're having that long day and things are not quite, and then you think of this person, you're like, yeah, I got this. I can do this. Who's that person that just inspires you and is your beauty icon?
Oh, you caught me off guard. Let me see, because
yes,
I'm like, no, yes. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's nothing popular because there's so many. You know, you see the faces, but the names, you have to catch the names because there's so many that have paved the way for me to be here. And I can go all the way back to, before like my mom was born, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just, if this person hadn't backed down, you know, I wouldn't be here. If this person hadn't, you know, said no, I'm not going to take that, I would not be here, you know, especially one color. So it's so many.
Like if Josephine Baker didn't say no and go to Paris and put on her bananas, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah.
like, seriously, like,
Yeah.
it gets down to that. Like, just, if Danielle said no, she wouldn't have.
Yeah.
If she said no, I can't grace covers of magazines and be that first black supermodel. I can't do that.
And
It's just like, so. And then Naomi, if Naomi didn't grace and slay
yeah.
every runway that she ever did in her entire life,
Yeah.
consistently, every single time, in her own way, and bringing her own personality beyond, we just want you to be a hanger. I could never. Hanger doesn't move. They don't breathe. There's no life. So I understand where you're coming from. That's why I like to throw a little twist, because all the questions really are for you. But that one is just like, I don't know if you caught the recap of last week, but Lily said Grace Jones, and all I could do was snap when she said Grace.
That's it. And you know what? And oh my gosh, see, that's what I'm saying. I had so many faces because I'm with Tyra Banks. Watching her show inspired me to get into 7 Development. I don't know what it was. That's the one thing I love about the show. And then, like, Grace Jones, she was so androgynous. I don't want to butcher
She was so powerful.
Oh my God! And then
she's just
there's no hurt.
she's this.
She just walked around with a middle finger, like, F y'all. Like, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say about me. I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna do me. And that's what I love. That's what inspired, me in so many ways.
So, I told you I like documentaries.
Yeah.
So I started watching a documentary on Hulu about her, and with that character, that strength, and that powerfulness, and that poise and grace, she was signing autographs of everyone outside of her show, and it was cold. And she said, "Well, I have to hurry up. I have to meet my mom for dinner." And it was just like, can you be any more perfect? Because nobody was expecting that to come out. Her mom was like, "Oh,
no, absolutely."
She has to meet her mom for dinner. That was such a human,
it was human,
natural, childlike, beautiful. I'm here for you, but I'm also a daughter. Yeah. I'm here with you, but I'm also a person. But I'm going to stand out here in this cold with you because you came to see me and support me. But I have to go see my mommy. I was just like, go, Grace. Because I might have said the same thing.
Yes, I need to watch that. We used to documentary where on Netflix? Was it HBO?
On Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Get out.
Okay. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Because I saw Andre's on Netflix. His was on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix, but it's on Hulu now.
Get out.
Hulu's coming up. Yes, it's on Hulu now.
All right, now we have to switch. Go ahead.
Yeah, his was very, very good, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I know.
I could talk all day about the one on Dior. Beautiful. Just go ahead and watch it.
No.
All of them. So we're going to switch a little bit, and we're going to go that beyond beauty, because this is what we talk about. We don't do the whole superficial thing. We're beautiful, we're poised, but then you have that step where that inside of you is shining just as brightly as your exterior. So your dedication to modeling and development is important to you, which I was so happy to see, because it's really important to me. What do you see that was lacking in the modeling industry that should be addressed on a broader scale, where you were like, you know what, something's not here with the models? And that goes for agency models and freelance models. Like, what was missing for you to say, you know what, I want to take this on as my mantle and really look into model development for others and not just for yourself?
Well, it was, oh my God, I think it was like 2012. I met this model, and she was beautiful. I don't even know where she is right now, but she had all these freckles on her face. And I just knew then, I said, not a lot of women that look like her. And I just wanted to do something different, where develop models who don't look like the norm. I love big gaps. I love gaps. I love cheekbones. If I had an agency, Hopefully one day I will. But I mean, my models will have like big eye cheekbones, gaps, green hair, purple hair. I love just the non-traditional models. And that's what inspired me also with, you know, my business, with the Mod House. I just don't like that following, just going through the motions and just getting the traditional American girl, you know. And they're beautiful, but I wanted something different because it's a different world. You know, there's so many walks of life, and I wanted these women to be inspired and say, hey, you know, I may be short, but I can model. Yeah, there's somebody who can book you. You know, we're gonna work on it. But that and the business side of modeling is not talked about a lot. You know, there's a lot of girls who, and I was one of them, they get so caught up in having an agency, and then they just sign the paper, and then they're shocked when they get their paycheck, and then, you know, they're like, oh my God, what happened? I thought it was $1,200, and now it's down to $600.
That's if you get the paycheck, or when you get the paycheck.
Yeah, 6 months later.
I'm just saying, just to throw that in there.
And they have, you know, and you have to understand how the pay works, you know, and the client, and it's but it's just part of the business. And sometimes it can be a little unfair and nasty, but you have to have a backbone in this industry, and you have to have confidence, because you will be going to shows where there are girls who are going to be taller than you, more natural than you are. And you have to just know that you just stand alone. Like, you know what? Okay, I know I'm 5'8", standing by this girl who's 6'1". I remember standing by this model. I was like, okay, I'm good. I look good too. I mean, I was just
that's when the beauty icons just start flooding your head.
So, you know, that modeling can either put out the worst in you or the best in you.
I've seen them both.
Yeah, the jealousy and I've seen it. So we can either next question.
But you know, a lot of people, and that actually goes into my next topic. It's just like, what was something that you wish you would have known before you stepped onto the scene? Like, what is that one thing you're like, gosh, I wish I was just a little bit more prepared for this moment. Now I have it. Obviously, I went through it. I have the experience now only because, you know, I had to trial and true and go through all the extra. But if somebody would have just told me before I did this, it would have been a better day.
Oh, I wish someone would have told me to, Aneesah, I know you're excited. Read the contract.
I was about to say read, right?
Read the contracts.
I'm looking at your face and I feel it permeating through the Wi-Fi wave.
Oh my God. Do the research on these agencies. You know, research the agencies. Look at the work. Just because someone says, oh, call me. You know, a photographer says, oh, I want to shoot you. Look at his work. Because, you know, models are a brand. And you may look for the photographer. I'm not knocking any photographers, because most photographers, there's some photographers who like to shoot urban. And there are some who are editorial. And if that's not, that's okay. Don't shoot with them. You know? I mean,
I say no all the time.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
And it's like, thank you so much, but that's just not my brand.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay to say no.
And it's okay to say no nicely, but no.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, I get a lot of people who didn't read. And they're like, I'm locked in to this contract for a year. And I'm just looking at them like,
yeah. Yeah.
Baby girl, baby boy.
And if you're not careful, you'll leave in debt. Oh.
Like you have to research everyone and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You have to Google them, ask other models. Don't just look at their social media.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a website?
Yeah.
They're claiming to be X, Y, and Z, but what have they been published?
And nowadays you have to look at the
And where have they been published?
Yeah. And then you have to question.
And did you really do it?
What'd you say?
Because now they're just reposting other people. Like, did you really do it? Can I see your tear sheet? Can I see your name on your tear sheet? Because my names are on my thing. Like, that's it. I can prove what I've done. And it's just like, people don't understand the amount of research. When I get a DM and they're like, hey, are you available to shoot? I tell my friends, I have a tribe. And my tribe is tight. My fashion family is love. Have y'all ever worked with X, Y, and Z? Do you know about this person? I've never heard about this person. I'm not finding too much of this person on the net. Maybe they're young, maybe they're new and they don't have that much work to even Google. Do you know? Like, there's a lot of things, and the same with designers, photographers, production. Please research your production.
Yeah.
Please, I'm in production. Please. I'm gonna bring her out. Billy wants you to research the productions too. You see her, Billie Holiday, the greatest hits. She and I both. just you get there and you're like, this is an unfinished warehouse, but this is supposed to be couture. Like, I'm confused. So
I know them, and safety is a big issue. Unless you know these photographers, do not go by yourself.
Right.
But wait, I'm gonna do what you did. I don't have no picture doing that. Do not go by yourself.
You have a plant back there, though. You can bring the plant in it.
Do not go by yourself.
I agree. I agree. I personally have not had a safety issue. Thank goodness. But I've had uncomfortable issues where they just weren't kind. Like, why are you so mean? Like, why are we here? And it's just like, when you get into that moment, that's where your eye comes. That's when you have to start telling yourself. When I was in the military, I wrote myself a note. And I kept it in my sock because it was unauthorized material when I was in basic training. And I would excuse myself to go to the latrine and go in my sock. I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I needed a break. I needed some serene time. And I would read this note back to me to be like, okay, this is why I'm here. I wrote this at a good time for the bad time. And sometimes I had to, like, wow, this person is being a really big jerk and it's making my day harder. Let me go back into that memory again and why I'm here. Prove them wrong, and then never work with them again. Period. I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
But it's just like that one thing you're like, I wish I just would have known before. And now that I have it, I will teach it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. If you feel uncomfortable, you can leave. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time and everything, but this is not a safe environment for me. Period.
Yeah, and bring your own lunch just in case. Bring snacks because sometimes.
Bring your food. Let me tell you something.
Feed you. But I've been lucky.
I remember it was my very first fashion week, New York Fashion Week. I'm from New York, but I was a DC model for a while because I was stationed down there. I was in the Air Force stationed down in DC. And I booked my first New York Fashion Week gig, and I was like, yeah. But I got so hungry.
Starving.
But my grandmother always told me never go anywhere hungry or without a snack. I had a 6-foot sub in my bag. And in between hair and makeup, I was huddled in this corner. And one of the models was like, where did you get that from? And I said, I brought it with me. Would you like to share? We ate that stuff. We were so happy. We were the only happy models there. I have been bringing my food since the very beginning. Please bring your food. Please don't be sitting there hungry. And not nothing cute like a salad. It was a full, 6-inch. I didn't know what to expect. I just had water, juice, cereal bars.
Girl, you brought back memories. You have brought back memories. Oh my God, I could laugh about it now. I'm like, man, I was starving that day.
She was real hungry that day.
Yeah. And
Not too many times I could say I was hungry on set because I normally have a sub with me.
oh, and you know, and I'm gonna tell you this, when I didn't know any better. I would model, and you know what? And I'm not saying this, like I said, I'm not saying this to talk about anybody, because I know, like back in the day, if you're a designer and you're like, hey, listen, I can't afford to have fashion shows. This club is gonna let me do this fashion show. But if I know what I now, I remember I did this fashion show with a club, and the audience. I remember looking down the audience; they were so drunk. And
The audience was drunk,
they were drunk. And
so they didn't even remember.
So quick.
They couldn't even. You could have had your best walk that night, and nobody would have known.
Man, no one. I remember looking at somebody. I modeled, got the heck out of there. Thank you very much. And I don't think I've modeled in a club since. But like you say, just learn lessons.
It's lessons learned. I call those never happen shows.
Yeah.
It's a show that just never happened. You won't see a photo. I'm not tagging. I will untag. I won't comment. I won't like. I will delete. I will do it. It's a never happen show.
You know what? In casting calls, I do not do casting calls at night at 11 o'clock. If you're doing a casting call at a club in the daytime, okay, no problem, because it's for like a replica hair care product or something. No problem. But yes,
Who's doing casting calls at the club at night?
Back in the day.
Show producers, casting directors. I do casting director and show producing and show production and model management. All of those good things. Do not have your casting calls at night at the club.
They did it.
It's a red flag for us. I'm just letting you know.
But you know, we have to say it because nowadays I've seen it. You know, oh my God, bless their heart. These, you know, everyone, not everyone, the ones who want to be a model so bad.
So bad.
You know,
and that was just, I was just about to go, and you about to lead into my next question. You about to answer about, look at you. Look at you. So there's a misconception that modeling is all glitz and glam. What is some advice you would give to an aspiring model? They've never been in the industry. They may have walked one or two shows, or not one at all. What do you say to the aspiring model that's just like, I really want to do it, because all my life people told me I was so pretty and I could model and I'm slim and I can take pictures and a selfie with my bathroom. Like, I want to be on a runway. I want to be at New York Fashion Week, and Paris Fashion Week, and London Fashion Week. And I want a short girl. What do you say to her?
I would say, oh my gosh, that's so wonderful. And then I would just knock them rose-colored glasses off her face and just give her the real. Because she needs to know. I don't want her going in with, you know, green and no. I would tell her that you're gonna have long days, especially if you're walking in shows in New York. You want to go to New York? I said, okay, I'll tell you about New York.
Oh, we know about New York. I'm in it right now.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I've never had the opportunity to walk in a show in New York. Hopefully, before I die, someone will say,
you will.
You know what? Yes, and I'm gonna speak it.
Period. You will. That's it.
But I love New York. I've been up there twice. I actually went up there to find an agency, and I think I went. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm not even gonna tell you what I did. I was so determined. I researched over. I mean, it was like over 100 or 200 agencies. Submitted to at least 60 all over the world. And I think 6 replied. And 2 accepted me. I think 1 was in North Carolina and 1 was in South Africa. And that's how I ended up in South Africa.
Okay.
In one agency. And then while I was there, I got scouted by another one. And then when I was 35, was I 35? Then I have to give a shout out, Amy Radar. She had, I did a photo shoot with her, and oh my God, was it Anderson Smitty? Yes, shout out to him. And I did a photo shoot, and she had submitted my pictures to an agency in Atlanta to Click, and that's how I got started with Click. Yeah. And yeah, and then life happened.
that life thing.
But it was fun. I had a great experience with Click. I really did. And I did. I had fun. I really did have a good time with them. Hi, Jenny. But anyway, I miss Jenny. I really do.
I don't know you, but how you doing?
But yeah, I would just tell them because it's so much information. It's so much information. Do your research, and you have to I just did my research on the agencies. I looked and see if there were any models that looked like me. Number one, because I was bald. And because I remember I did go to one agency in New York, and he looked up, he just went through the page. He was like, oh, we already, he was like, did you come in yesterday? I said, no. He was like, oh, I thought we already, he was like, we already got somebody like me. Yeah, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all want to be a model? So you got to have this skin. You go like, okay, no problem. All right, bye. Just left, and I think I had a drink afterwards. But, it's work. It's work. It's work. So, and you have to have confidence. You have to have confidence, and you have to have a backbone. Some people can be rude, and you just have to know how to say, no, please don't speak to me like that. But then sometimes they'll try to intimidate you, like, oh, you need me. Like, you
can't get anywhere without me. I love that conversation.
Yeah.
When I tell you I love that conversation.
Really?
I love the conversation of I can make you famous, and then I say, well, who are you? Because you found me.
But you know the good thing about it, there's the benefits. I do like being an independent model. There's pros and cons to it. When you're an independent model, you can choose.
Yeah, I just the way I'm too grown.
Yeah.
For certain things.
Exactly. And you know your worth. Because
I started modeling at the tender age of 31.
Get out.
And I have been in the game for 9 years this year. I'm too grown for certain things.
You look 31. 9. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you.
26.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I had the same conversation with Lily last year. We were talking about, I said I was a 1981 baby. She was like,
what?
So,
what?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say, girl, you look good. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, kindly. But it's just like certain things, like when people ask me, aspiring models all the time, and they're like, I want to be a model. And I go, okay. And they actually know what they want to do and all of that. Once we get past the preliminary stuff, I'm like, you got to have your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have that thing of, I'm not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then stick to it. And keep it there. So if you don't want to promote alcohol, then don't promote alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to do nude, then you don't do nude.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do X, Y, and Z, that's okay. It's not for you.
Absolutely.
For someone else. And it's okay to say no. And if they don't want to work with you because of that, you don't want to work with them because of that, that's okay too.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to have a boundary of where do you see yourself? Because at the end of the day, it's your face, it's your name. Your whole brand is your body.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Oh my gosh. You said you have to invest in yourself. You really, really do. I'm going to tell you this, photographers, and they will probably like, oh my God, thank you for saying this. They do not want to sit in a computer all day editing. They don't want to do it. They have other pictures to edit. Okay? and so that's why it's important. You have to, yes, your diet plays a part in modeling. It really is. You do have to exercise, and plus you'll be doing so many poses. You don't want to pass out. You have
to take care of yourself and be healthy.
Absolutely.
It's not just about being slim. I don't do this skin burners through. It's not just all about being slim. You have to be healthy. You have
Yes.
to have stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're on set 6 hours. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
And you're in a gown that you can't fit in because when you move, it wrinkles. And that's a really long day in 5-inch silicone.
Yeah.
It's just like you have to build up your momentum and your stamina. You have to be healthy. You have to eat. Eat, yes. You can be healthy about it and maintain. I know Lily from last week's episode, she is in a agency now, going from a model management to an actual agency. And I know their agency makes you go to a doctor, sign off to ensure that you are, yes.
Now, wow.
Yes.
Oh, times have
Yes.
changed.
And I think that should be the standard. Like,
yes.
because it can be hard on the body.
Because how can you be an agency and you have a model come in and they look sick and you can see their ribs? And I'm sitting here like, you all didn't see that? You all didn't see that? You know, I would look on runway shows. This was, oh my God, I don't know the last time I watched a runway show. Oh my goodness, like I've been out of the game for so long, honey. I've been like behind the scenes. And but when I would look at the fashion shows, I'm like, my God, do y'all see it? That girl is as small as my finger. And you know what? To piggyback on what you said, well, to continue, you know, when it comes to the investing in yourself,
right.
Also like diet and I know there was a point in my life where I paid a photographer. I worked and I invested into a photographer because this photographer took pictures, like editorial pictures. So I said, you know what, I'm going to book with them because that's
right.
the look that I wanted. And it just took off from there. You know, so it was amazing how the first photographer, I remember I was in hair magazines because that's what he did. He was right. A hair magazine and a photographer. And then I shot with this one photographer, and then I found myself, like, those pictures were placed in
editorials.
Yeah. And I said, wow.
People don't realize, like, oh, I'm a photographer. I go, what do you shoot? Like, what kind of photography do you do? Because there's every profession has a niche. Some people are immaculate at beauty.
Yes.
And some do fitness well. But sometimes they can't interchange and they don't do each other's niche well. So choosing who to work with, when to work with, and why are you working with them, and what do you need from that particular person? I say research your entire team. Like when someone comes to me and say, "Oh, I have an idea for a shoot." Well, who is your makeup artist? Mm-hmm. What's their portfolio?
Yeah.
What have they done? Like I need to know who the team is because I know what I'm bringing to the table. I need everybody to be on it, or it's going to be a mismatch. And it's going to be a long day, and I'm going to probably be looking at this.
And it's okay to be picky. I'm picky.
I'm very picky. That's just where I am
today. I don't care what anybody says. I am picky because the photographer is the brand, the makeup artist is their brand, the model should be a brand. So I'm funny.
And it's your face that they actually see.
Yes.
They're not seeing anybody else.
I'm very funny.
But you.
Yeah.
But you. I had to say that to the camera. So you mentioned it a little bit when you said, you know, what would you give to aspiring models? And you mentioned health, and that's big and important. You have a product. Oh. So we're going to do our little beauty spotlight, and we're going to talk about your product and let me know how, you know, it can be of use for aspiring and already professional and everyday wear and to look healthy and be your best. I want you to go ahead and talk about your product.
Okay.
The floor is yours, ma'am.
Let me get situated. Okay. Let me get my camera. All right.
I'm gonna move too.
So, okay. I had probably like 5 years ago, I had created Hanan Beauty. Hanan is my middle name. I love my middle name. And
very pretty.
Thank you. And so I wanted it to be, I was pregnant at the time. And my stomach was itchy. I said, yeah, and I wanted to make like a, because I got tired. I'm sorry, I was very funny and picky about what I was going to use my body, and I was in school. I was in school to become an esthetician, and started learning about the products and everything. And I said, man, I would like to make a product that will not cause my stomach to itch. I mean, because it was like tearing me apart. And it took me about like 20, 30 mistakes later, and I think I nailed it. I think I nailed it. But so that's coming soon. I'm going to go back to the belly, you know, the belly butters and everything for my little pregnant ladies. But right now.
So did you have sensitive skin before you got pregnant, or was it something that you developed after or during?
Them hormones, honey. Yeah, I don't think I have sensitive skin now. I think my skin has become more drier. So that's
okay.
You know, that brings me to my next product. Right now, I'm currently working on a face oil.
Nice.
Yeah, and because I don't like, number one, I don't like to look like a shiny. I do not like to look like a shiny nickel while I'm in public. So, but I also don't like my skin to feel extremely dry, and so I veered from, you know, I steered away from products that I purchased from the store, and I started buying like little apricot seeds and rose hip oils and maruca oil and all this stuff, and just having fun experiment. Like I'm a little chemist, you know. So
well, you are.
I am. Yeah,
You're a beauty
in science in school. Yeah, so I like the mixing and everything. It's fun to me. But me, I know I'm working on it. I can be a perfectionist. I will start some, put it out there, and take it back. Like, no, I don't like it. I know that's my only downfall. And especially when it came to my website, I'll put it out there. I'm like, oh, let me shut it down and revamp it. But I promised myself, this is it. I'm going to keep it out there and then just work on it. And, but I'm just incorporating, that's what brought on Mod House and Beauty. So Mod House came from, it's supposed to be Mod House is short for Model House. And House is house in German, Haus, so it's house in German. I don't know why I love house. I don't know. When I was in Germany, I don't like that. I like German. I don't know why. I love languages, French and everything.
Germany is a beautiful country. I was there.
That's right. You were stationed. Did you ever? I never modeled over there. Did you ever model over
there?
No.
I did a lot of my traveling because all my 20s, all Air Force.
Oh my God! And is it me or was the air quality?
When I landed in Spain, I said to myself, I have to come back for a long time.
God, I love Europe. Oh my God.
Yeah, I love Europe. Europe is beautiful. I would spend a lot of time in Portugal if I could.
I only went there once.
Yeah, I want to go back. I want to go back to Spain, and I want to go back to Portugal, and but I do though. I'm gonna get there one day.
After the pandemic.
Soon, hopefully. After the ordeal of this time period. But no, Europe is a very beautiful.
It's beautiful. Period. Oh my God, I love Europe. But I said, man, how did it start? Basically, it started. My mom is retired, and she was just making all this jewelry. And I said, hey, you know, Mom, I'll help you sell it. I'll be your model. And I found the name and got the domain and everything. And then I looked at her jewelry. I love you, Mom, but it was just a little bit too mature. So what I did with all her jewelry, I took it all loose, completely just dismantled it, and just started creating other things. And I would just draw and sketch and make something. So I don't know. That's how my house started. Yeah. And then it went from, shop my closet because I had a whole bunch of stuff I bought, and I was like, I don't need this.
So you just got a lot of things going on, Miss Ma'am.
So I just incorporated Mod House and Beauty. Like Hanan Beauty is going to be part of Mod House.
Yeah.
Beauty under the umbrella. But I just started creating unique. I just wanted to create something unique. And so, but basically Mod House just represents uniqueness and being different. And
it represents you.
What you say? I was like, this live.
I said it represents you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I don't have a product, but I do have on my earrings that they're just.
Girl, that's a product.
Yeah. You think a product like, I'm thinking, I don't have no oil. Not today.
No.
It's in the kitchen. It's in the lab.
No, you wear your product. It's like your earrings. And you know what? I wish. Like, I'm so jealous right now. I wish I could wear earrings, but I can't.
What
I
happened?
can't. I am so ridiculously allergic to anything that touches my little silly earlobe. When I was younger, I was able to wear gold.
Yes.
And then no.
Yes.
I mean, within maybe 3 seconds, they begin to burn for 3 days. Like I remember this designer wanted me to wear clip-ons. She was like, I got you clip-ons, and I had a piece of toilet paper in between me but then a little bit of it still touched my earlobe, and it was so badly red for like 3 days. I was putting ointments and creams and ice. I just say when they bring the earrings, I go, no, thank you. You have a necklace?
You know what? I am going to make some earrings personally just for you. I literally ordered some bags. They're earring bags where they're not. Are you just like silicone or plastic?
Yeah, I can't put anything. If I need to be cute, if I really, really want to be cute, like I'm just trying to have a real cute day, I can wear an ear cuff to the top of my ear.
Yes.
But that's the only part of the ear that does not freak out on me. So something cute and small on the top, and then it ends. I don't know why, but I just do it. My body said no. So people think I'm just trying to be extra chic with no earrings. No, I really just can't wear them. Because my ears try to run away from my body. And it is unfortunate that when they run around looking like little red beads. It's just an ugly situation. So yes, I remember, and I tried to tough it out, and finally the designer said, your ears are burning, aren't you? And we're like, yeah. She was like, you're so professional. She just ripped them off my ears because it was a presentation. And when she ripped them off, she was like, oh my goodness, your ears are so red. They had to put makeup on it.
Jeez. Oh my goodness. You think it was just.
I don't know. As I got older, it just got worse. So I've just accepted my fate to a cute ear cuff sometimes.
Oh.
And that's it.
I'm still gonna make you some. I'm still gonna, mail them. Even if you 2 seconds. Here you go. Okay.
Take a selfie. Take a selfie and hashtag it. But I don't know. My ears are ridiculous. But I love your earrings, and I love all people in their earrings. And I'm sad that I can't partake in them.
I know. I make sure when I'm creating something, sometimes I'll go as far as like, oh, that looks so weird and funky. Put it on the website. Because I know there's someone who is just weird and, eccentric and does not want to take that traditional path like everyone else. I know that. So those are my clientele. That's my clientele.
Right.
Those people and I know they're out there.
They're all over the place.
Yeah. Like,
have you ever been Afro Punk? They're all over the place. Afro Punk, Curl Fest, they're all over the place.
When this pandemic is over, oh my gosh. I know when people say, this pandemic is over, oh my goodness. When this is over, I'm going to be buck wild.
You're going to be traveling. You're going to be going to places, walking to New York Fashion Week, going back to Europe. You're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. That's everything.
Oh my God. Because I know one thing. It has the positive about all of this. And I thank you. Oh yes, I will be, yes, I will be walking fashion. The good thing about it is that hopefully most people will not come out of this the same way they came in. Hopefully not. Hopefully they started a business, or they went to therapy, or they spent time with themselves and went through that pain and healed. And, I just hope that
something evolved in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I realized during this pandemic that I am a wild child in a good way.
Free spirit.
Yeah, that's it. Just
sounds better.
Corny, goofy.
Same thing sounds better.
I still laugh at bad jokes. Feel like that's bad.
I love bad jokes.
Oh, bad.
I love bad corny jokes.
Yes.
I text them out like early in the morning. I'm really annoying. Like my tribe just has to love me that they haven't blocked my number. Because my cousin tribe be like, Cyrene, really? I don't want to say who's there. And I'm like, but knock. Seriously. And they love me and they say who's there.
It keeps you young.
And then they say, I'm going to block you. I'm like, no, you can't because I know where you live.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with it. It keeps you young. That's probably why you look like you're 26. Oh my God. Talk about you 30, mom at 31.
Girl, I got a 16-year-old. Where you going? Come back. I'm going to be talking to the plant in a minute.
When I saw you, you have a 15-year-old.
No, 16.
16? You look good. And you still doing your thing. And then you're an author. Look, I'm flipping this.
You are flipping it. You cannot flip it. You can't flip it on me. It's not about me.
Oh, my goodness. Wow, go, queen. Mm.
You are so silly. So.
My crown. Go ahead.
Yes, crown.
That's why I like wearing these scarves because it made me feel. I like it. It's like a crown.
Ooh, who made it?
I love it and I want it to be as big as possible because it just makes me.
Did you make it or someone else made it?
You know what this is? Oh my goodness! It is actually a shawl of what the Xfinity shawls. You know that you put over it like a scarf.
You better be innovative.
I wrapped it and then I took this scarf is from Little Miss Leather and she gave me this scarf and I wrapped it into it. But I love just the grass swear.
It's beautiful.
Bigger. I'll be sitting here just like this.
The next time I see you is gonna be up to the sky, and I'm gonna be like,
honey, just wobbling and talking to you, because I was like bigger. Just makes me feel like a queen. Just something. Just makes me feel like a queen.
Well, you are.
I am a queen. Yes.
So well, you are. That's all I can say about that.
Absolutely.
So what are you looking forward to this year for 2021?
Oh,
I know you have the product line coming out. You have the website, things like that. Like, is there anything else that you're just like, I'm really, really looking forward to, or even like come out of your comfort zone and try?
This is come out of my comfort zone, to be honest with you.
Really?
Because I've always been behind the scenes. And that's why I accepted the invitation. Because the old me, if you would have caught me, I would have been like, no, I don't, I'm too busy. No, but no, I was like, no, I'm going to make time. Yeah, it just stepping out and probably doing more videos. Yeah, talking more, not being shy.
Yeah, I have a whole sorted path on it, and you would crack up if you knew those stories. I've come a long way, man. I've come a very long way. So how can we reach you? How can we follow you? How can we support you? See what's coming out? Like what's all that? Like I want to know.
You can. I am on Facebook under Aneesah Hanan, and my Instagram is Aneesah Hanan, and my website is www.modhousebeauty.com, and my Instagram is modhousebeauty. Yay! And then pretty soon, all the self-development, everything. But I'm not going to work on that too much until the pandemic is over because, we have a bunch of people in the room. I don't know where you've been. So I'm funny.
We have to be cautious about our moves and our ways at this point.
But I will be doing a casting call, pretty soon. Hopefully once the numbers start going down eventually, because when they will, I'll do a casting call because I'm looking for that one look. I have it in my head. It's that one look for my jewelry. Gap.
Y'all hear that? All your aspiring models, she's looking for a model.
Yeah.
So you have to follow her to get to the casting.
And I think I might do it now because why
not?
it's
You
just,
can do it now.
yeah.
Girl, do it now.
I'm a pretty good photographer when it comes to my phone. I'm pretty good. I don't need a camera now.
I say do it now. I say, you know what? Put your model call out. I want to see the promo tomorrow. I'll be like and share.
I am. Yeah, I'll get out. Because I'm so picky. I know I'm working on it. That perfectionism. I'm so picky. But
Your brand is your baby. Your business is your baby.
yeah.
Your babies are your babies. It's all so personal.
Yeah, you're right. I used to say that with, like your baby wouldn't just allow anybody to babysit your kids,
Right.
so you're protective. Yeah. So I know what you mean, like your team.
Well,
No.
I am going to be looking out for all of those things. And y'all be sure to follow her. Seriously, her photos are so beautiful. You need to be a part of that. You need to be liking and all of that good stuff. Subscribing, seeing what's next. Because we all need a little body butter in our life. And I mean, I can't wear them, but I'm sure you all would love some earrings.
No, it's
Insert
cute.
sad face. I may even edit a sad face at this moment over my face.
And I have so much other jewelry. It's just what's on the website is nothing compared to what.
Well, that means you have a great set of inventory, and you can constantly switch it out and things like that. So having new products is always wonderful, especially somebody like me who has the site and products and all that stuff. That's a great thing to have.
I'm still sitting. Just do it real quick. Just hit, and then just take them off. That's it. That's it.
So, I mean, I can't imagine it, but this was a really great second episode.
I had fun.
You did have fun. I had fun.
I
I hope everyone who tuned in had fun. This was great. You're wonderful and beautiful. That's all I can say about that.
Thank you.
And if you're out there in the land of YouTubes and Instagrams and Wi-Fi world, and you're like, I want to be a guest. Sure. DM me at Cyrene Renee. That's CYRENE RENEE, or you can send me an email at beyondbeautyww@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you. If you have a small business, Black-owned business, women-owned business, minority, veteran, everybody, send me an email. Let me know what your product is. I would love to spotlight you on the Spotlight Beauty product. I'm all about small business. As a small business CEO, I'm here to support as many people as I possibly can. And I thank you all for tuning in for episode 2. And I'm looking forward to back here Monday evening for Beyond Beauty Talk with the Beyond Beauty Worldwide organization. Be sure to follow and like. Thank you so much.
Mwah. Love you, beauties.
Bye. Love you too.
Bye.